شتات أتاك وأنت تخضر بالنوايا جهول ظالم وعليه
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Battle of Uhud Preparation for Revenge. The Meccans had suffered a serious disaster at Badr. They were burning for revenge. To avenge their defeat, they raised a large force. The force set out for Medina in the month of Shawwal 3 Hijri, March 625. The strength of the army. The Meccan army consists of 3,000 well-equipped men, of whom 700 clad in chain armor. There were 3,000 camels and 200 horses. Abu Sufyan was in command. The army advanced by east stages and reached Medina on the Thursday 13 Shawwal 3 Hijri, 28 March 625. They camped near the Mount Uhud. A Muslim scout brought the Prophet exact information about the army. Some of the Ansars kept guarding at the Prophet's door all night. The Prophet holds a council of war. On Friday, Allah's Messenger ﷺ held a council of war. The Prophet, most of the outstanding companions, and Abdullah bin Ubay, the hypocrite, were of the opinion that the Muslims should give battle from inside the city if need be. They should fight it out in a street, the narrow lane. But the young Muslim who had not participated in Badr strongly insisted on going forth, and they had not participated in the open enemy field. Fighting them from inside the city would make them seem coward. The young Muslim brought a thought. The Prophet then put on his armor. The decision was taken to go out. The younger men soon realized their mistake. They said that they were willing to accept the Prophet's original plan of Medina's defense. But the Prophet stuck to his decision. He remarked that once a Prophet puts on his battle dress, he must not put it off until Allah has decided between him and the enemy. The Prophet set out for Uhud. Later in the day, the Prophet set out with his followers towards the valley of Uhud. Little over 3 miles from Medina, there was a good number of women volunteers with the force, including Aisha, the Prophet's wife. Women often went to the armies in those days. They usually cooked the food for the soldiers. They mended their clothes, nursed the wounded, and they brought water for the thirst. The departure of Abdullah bin Ubay. The Muslim army consists of less than 1,000 men, but on the way of Mount Uhud, Abdullah bin Ubay, who had joined with 300 men, turned back. He said that the Prophet had not listened to his advice. He was not in favor of meeting the enemy in the open. The strength of the Muslims having now only 700 men with him, the Prophet went to fight the enemy, a strong and a well-equipped force. Of these 700, only 100 had coats of mail. There were only 200 horses. One belonged to the Prophet ﷺ, while the other to Abu Burda radiallahu anh. The Prophet spent the night in an opening camp. A guard of some 50 strong men patrolled the camp the whole night. The Prophet take up position. The Muslim force reached Uhud towards morning after Salatul Fajr. On 15th Shawwal 30 March, they crossed the valley and climbed up the sand dunes. The Prophet ﷺ ordered his companions in file, the hill of archers. He posted a batch of 50 archers under Abdullah bin Zubair. Hill, the Prophet feared the enemy might attack the Muslim from the back. This body of soldiers were therefore given the duty of guarding the back of the Muslims' army. The Prophet had commanded the archers to protect the side at all cost. He asked them not to leave their covering post in any consideration whether the Muslim won or lose. Even if the volunteer preached on the dead bodies of the Muslims, the Prophet then asked everyone not to begin fight except on his command. But he ordered the archers to shoot the enemy on sight before they could reach the back of the Muslim army. Inspection of troops. The Prophet then made his round on horseback to inspect the troops. He arranged the ranks of his force. He dressed up the right and the left flank. The Prophet wore 2 coats of mail. He delivered the standard to Musab bin Umair. Fear of death. The Prophet had sent back 2 boys, Sumaira bin Jubad and Rafi bin Khadij. There were hardly 15. Rafi's father told the Messenger of Allah. There were hardly 15. Rafi's father told the Messenger of Allah that Rafi was a skilled archer. He therefore was permitted to join the troop. Sumaira, who was of the same age, told the Prophet ﷺ in verse that he had always thrown down Rafi in their wrestling. A wrestling contest was held between Sumaira and Rafi. Rafi was thrown on the ground. As a result, Sumaira was